Hey, y'all, it's Letitia with Lighten Up Letitia, and we're here for our live panel. The crew is back. We're talking about Beauty and Black, uh, season two, part two, and it is a doozy. So let's welcome back the crew. What's up, VKJ?
What up? What up? What up? How we doing? We back, baby.
Yes, we are back. The Lawrence Report.
What's goody? What's good? It's been a long time coming, but I'm glad to be back with the crew as
Yes,
we prepare to
indeed.
discuss Beauty in Black.
Absolutely. And Monique 69 Ways.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
We're back,
Glad to be
y'all.
back.
We are back. Hey, Demarcus.
Hey, Marcus.
How
Hey,
you
Renee.
doing?
What up,
What up?
Marcus?
Keep saying VKJ. Oh, is that? Hey, Renee.
What's going on, Renee?
How you
What's up,
doing?
Demarcus? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so tell
Yeah.
me, what did y'all think about the second half? Was it worth the wait?
You making faces? Go ahead, man.
I think,
Right. Right.
yeah, I think it was worth the wait. I really enjoyed this season right here. I feel like so much of the season was based on Roy's child. I think it was very good. It was definitely worth the hype, worth the wait. It kept me going. I was finishing the episode, then I was like, I'm just gonna watch a little bit of the next one. Next thing I noticed, I'm gonna watch another episode. I was like, okay, I gotta pause this. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work. So yeah, it was definitely worth the wait.
Hey, Shayna. I feel like many of us was sitting, it was all in one sitting. We were watching it like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Mhm.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay, well let us jump right in. Okay, so we're doing episodes 9 and 10 today. So 9 is toxic vibes and 10 is playing for keeps. So before we get started, what are you rating the episodes? For me, I'm gonna let y'all go. 9 and 10.
Together collectively.
Sure.
Okay. For me, I give it a 8.
Right.
Both of them collectively. I give them both a 8. Yep. Some things I could have did without.
Mm,
These episodes. I'm gonna be honest. Some things I needed to see more of. So yeah, I give it
okay.
an 8, 9,
Okay,
10.
Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm running with the 8. I think it picked up towards the middle and the end. I think this was right. Like episode 9 and 10 was basically like the introduction of some new things and some old things they was trying to finish up. But yeah,
Mhm.
solid 8. Ain't nothing wrong with a good 8.
Okay. Hey, Candy.
Yeah, I give
What
it an
about
8.5 because my man Horace got better. And I was happy my man was better. He wanted to jump off the balcony and go dancing with the Italians and all of this and that. So I gave it a little 8.5. Little, it got a little bump, because I was happy about that. And yeah, definitely a lot of information. We talked about it behind the scenes, Letitia, just how long the episode was, the one that
Mhm.
came back. It was just like, man, it's a lot of information. Okay. All right. This is what we
Lot of-
need, I guess.
I agree. I'm gonna go with an 8.5. I would have rated it higher, but you know, I feel like he should have took out a couple more people in
Mm,
this season, and he didn't. And so I'm like, now we got to see their sorry tales next season and the final season. But I digress. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Of course, it starts off exactly where we left off, where Varney and Charles are hemmed up because they're being robbed. Basically, those folks came back to finish what they started. But Varney, okay, he the big bad lawyer now. He didn't went into Mo. What is your name? What is your badge number? What is your all of this or whatever? And Charles had to tell him, sir, they're not actually police officers. So they did go ahead and finish what they started, robbed him, took all his money in the safe, took his watches, and then saw the cut up bodies on their way out. Now, Varney is livid about the situation and he is tired of Charles and all of his shenanigans and how he living his life.
Hmm.
And Charles told him, well, you need to go. Just let me go. Just let me go. And when Varney says, okay, as you wish, Charles was like, no, why you leave me? Why you leave me? What are your thoughts?
we know for Charles, when he was screaming, let me go, we know this is going to hurt him later on in the episodes, right? Because
Yep.
he's going to be looking for a friend, a confidant, right? And you have Barney right there who was trying to steer you on the straight and narrow path, but you continuously to choose drugs and all the bad things that come with that. And now you're about to be up the creek without a paddle, as the old folks say, because we know you're going to need some more cash.
Yep. Who else?
Um, I'm like, you finally. I'm for Bernie. I'm like, finally. That's what I just said. Like, finally, you fed up. Like, this is the point. Okay. But yeah. So Charles, when he said that, I did a major eye roll. Like, come on, man. You don't mean it, because I think he's so used to Bernie being so closeted, and then he always come back. Because who else? Bernie gonna be laid up with in secret. So that's what he was banking on, with their relationship.
Any thoughts, Jay? I know they're your favorite couple.
No, I agree. They are not my favorite couple. Let's be clear. But I agree with Varney finally just putting his foot down. Okay. Like, you were forcing yourself into this most toxic possible relationship with this guy. And he was no good for you. So, I mean, finally, you just, all right, let me get up out of here. I mean, you getting stuck up and you see these decapitated bodies, you better be out. You better be out at this point. So if he didn't leave after this, I would have been like, come on, Tyler. Like, this is getting ridiculous. So I'm glad he stepped out.
Yeah, finally. He absolutely needed to get a backbone. Absolutely. Okay.
Right.
So then we're back at the mansion, and Child Glenn is still on the ground, and Kimmy is asking who it is. So Alex takes him to Whitman. Whitman takes him to the hospital. And Rain had to go about explaining the fact that she thought that he was raping Sylvie and basically pushed him off the balcony. And guess what else? He's Jules' son. Child, bye. So Angel, who was supposed to be watching Sylvie, is on a high from shopping. And Sylvie is adamant that she needs to go to the hospital and go check on him because, at first she thought he was gone. But when Kimmy told her that, no, he's all right. He's not all right, but he's at the hospital. She's like, well, I got to go see him. He was so sweet. And I kissed him. And she was like, you just met him. And then Sylvie says, are you really judging me? I ain't got to listen to you. So what are your thoughts on Angel and Sylvie's hard-headed ass?
Oh goodness. Angel, he really got on my nerves, to be honest. Because he got a platinum black car or whatever. He is balling out of control. He can do whatever, say whatever. Because Horace got a sweet spot for him. And he really got on my nerves. Like, he is useless. Very useless. And I'm like, why is he here? Like, because Horace got a sweet tooth for you for today, but don't mean it would still continue later. You know what I mean? Like, you could be disposed at any time. So don't get too comfortable. So he got real comfortable. I was just thinking when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, you have party now, but when Horace get back, you just have that behind ready for him. So
ooh, uh-oh.
And then I'm just saying.
I'm just annoyed with these two children here. You got one, the little sister who just won't listen. You got old buddy here. He's just so cocky, so arrogant, like Mo said, just because he got a little black car now, a little bit of fame. They just annoy me. I want better for the sister. I really do. I'm hoping in the next season we will see something better, which I'm pretty sure we'll get to that point when they talk about wanting something better for her. I just want better for her. That's all I want for her. Like, this living in this environment is not good for her as a young woman.
Period. Now, DeMarcus says that Sylvie was right. You think so, Jay?
Sylvie's 17 years old. She ain't right about nothing. Okay, so let's be clear. All right, we looking at her and she looked grown, but she acting just like a teenager would act, especially at that age. And then we got to think about the backdrop of Sylvie. Who raised Sylvie? The most toxic mother in the world with a toxic graping stepfather. Okay, so let's understand where she's coming from. She would act like this, and she would be fast, and she would be going through doing this. Not saying she right. I'm not saying she right.
But can you be fast and be judgmental at the same time? Because you're doing too. She was doing a little bit too much.
She yeah. She was doing a lot. She was doing a lot. But again, that was her defense, right? That was her defense mechanism. Angel, he's the example of when you look up, can't give nobody nothing. Okay, you give him a black card. I mean, we're gonna get to everything else. I really want to just shoot right there because I just want to box him up in the head. $39,000. I know we ain't there yet. I'm sorry, but I swear I was. Oh, we'll get to it. But Angel, most irresponsible young man, like just all about himself, very selfish, and he was supposed to be watching Sylvie. Like, what? I ain't never leaving my kid with you, boy. Like, you just no. So yeah, he definitely got on my nerves.
Period. So then we're in the office and Olivia bursts into Mallory's office complaining about Kimmy. And Mallory's like, listen, I'm just gonna work with her. And she was, Olivia was like, yeah, no, let me handle this myself. And also, while we're in the office, Jules and Roy meet to discuss Kimmy, but they realize that they cannot touch her. Now, why did Jules tell Roy this? I don't know why, but he revealed to Roy that, I was about to say Harold, that Horace is actually in Italy getting treatment. And of course, he comes up with a stupid idea to try to blow up the plane. And Jules is like, just slow down. Basically, like, stop using what you've been using. And then Whitman calls him to say that Glenn, his son, has fallen and he's at the hospital. So tell me what your thoughts are on that. And do you think they're plotting on Kimmy will work?
Absolutely not. So that man Roy was like, yo, we're going to put her on a plane trip to Italy to check on Roy. We're going to try to blow up the plane. And that's when Jules, like you said, Jules was like, yo, whatever you taking, I need you to stop it. Because that plan would definitely not work. What are we talking about? Roy is a crackhead for a reason, y'all. For a reason, panel. For a reason, chat. You know what I'm saying? What was the second part of your question, man?
Just what were your thoughts on all of the office stuff? And then again, will their plan for Kimmy work?
I don't think it's gonna work. I think with Mallory, I think she's realizing that she's putting down her shield when she's talking to Olivia. I think she's realizing that she's gonna put down her shield for this war that she's been having with Kimmy, and maybe she's gonna try to, and we'll get it eventually. She's gonna try to join forces with her,
or at least seemingly.
Right.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? Okay, moving on.
Roy is a bonehead. I've been saying this since season 1. He's still a clown. Always will be a clown. That's it. And Jules, Jules, I was just waiting for this moment where he got this phone call. I was like, yes. How's it feel? Like, to not be in control. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad for his son, of course, but we'll talk about that. But I was just like, Jules, your time, the reckoning is on the way. Okay. Yes, let's get to it.
Not Glenn has fallen and he can't get up, child. Don't be talking about it like that.
You talking about that boy like that? That's messed up.
But DeMarcus, you are right. She did jump to conclusions about Glenn. I agree with that. I said that last season. But moving on, now we're going to head to Italy. And Horace, he out there healing, feeling good, and speaking perfect Italian, okay? And the doctor said that the treatments are working. He can go home. And he heard music out in the streets, as Jay said earlier, went to the balcony and proclaimed, I might live.
You remember how he said it, though?
I might live.
No, he said it in Italian.
Oh,
He said it in Italian. He's like something.
okay.
Bellissimo limadito. I don't know what he said. We read the bottom and said I might live, but he said it in Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? We're not gonna do that, but it's okay. Listen, so now what? What do y'all think about this? I'm like, okay, so he's healing, he's doing better, he might live. How does this change the game?
I can remember on last season when we got down to the final episode. I looked on social media. People was in this man's comments, the actor who plays Horace, Rico, right? People was in his comments saying, please don't die, Horace. It was even in Tyler Perry comments, please don't die. He's, this actor is such a fan favorite, but it ain't nothing like having the OG lead the pack. For example, you may have Superman, right? In this case right here, I look at him as the Superman of the crew. And you may have Superboy, which would be, in this instance, Supergirl would be Kimmy, right? But it just ain't nothing like having that OG that's going to be right there to save the day. He's going to be a game changer, as we know. I'm glad he's alive. I'm glad those herbal medicines are working for him. And I'm glad he's going to be back.
I say too bad, so sad to Angel, though. I'm sorry for this man, because he needs to go.
He definitely do need to go. But I'm glad he's getting better, I mean, and that's the point of him getting better, so he can make his family life pure hell even more. I'm just saying. So he met his goal. He getting better. So
yeah, this is why I gave it a 0.5 little bump, because it was salute to the OGs, because I'm one of them. So, but yes, I was happy, and shout out to all the fans that rooted for him to stay, because I remember he did an interview and he was saying how he was supposed to be written off a long time ago. Like he was supposed to pass, and then Kimmy was supposed to carry on the torch, but because of those fans, they kept him around. So, I mean, he's a great actor, man. I like him, you know what I'm saying? Especially I like the end, you know what I'm saying? Checkmate. We'll get to that. I know I got my shoes on. I know I got my shoes on today, but I was excited. Thank you again, Letitia, for doing this, because I'm excited to talk about this, because I love this. I love this show.
We all do. We love it. Yeah. We love it. So moving forward, we're back at the mansion, and Rain is looking awkward and feeling guilty, child. And this is when Alex comes in to inform her that Glenn is really not doing well. But Angel walks in pissed off about Alex being there and yelling that he can't be trusted. Now, Alex gets a call at this point to go to the hospital. Jules is like summoned him, basically. And Kimmy told Rain that she threatened Jules earlier, and that if he thinks that they had anything to do with his son, that he's gonna come after them. So she needs to contact Varney to make sure that they are protected. Now, Rain seems to trust Alex. Do you?
Heck yeah. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
Oh, okay. I mean, at this point, it was still a question mark at this point, right? For Alex, it was like, I don't know, because he switch up every time he get in different people's faces, like with Jules and stuff. Like, I'm with you, I'm riding with you, I'm loyal to you. So it's like, at this moment, I was still in the air with him, especially when he got to that scene after he left the hospital and he was fishing for more information about how y'all in the wheel and how Angel is here and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, so right now, nope.
I'm with you. He's up in the air for me too. But I do think, in all fairness, him being in Jules' face, I think is for survival. Yeah, I'm on your side or whatever. I think that's just his survival tactic, and he really wants to get free and get up out of this situation. So, but I don't fully trust him either, Shayna. I don't fully trust him.
Yeah.
I fully trusted him after that whole Dagger incident. When he popped Dagger and the rest of them and protected me from, and all of that, I trusted him then. Because he basically, if I'm Rain, he basically saved my life. And then he took care of this and didn't snitch on me. that I
True
did
that.
this to Jules. So at that point, I was like, okay, this guy, he looking out for us. He's trying to prove himself, and by unaliving and then listen to me and you know, because I'm Rain, I'm acting like Rain. I saved that young girl because he was about to pop that young girl, and then he didn't because I told him not to.
Yeah.
So he's not fully trusted, but he's really like 80% there.
Yeah.
DeMarcus agrees with you as well. But I mean, one might argue, though, because he doesn't care about any of those people. So popping them, so what? Okay,
Right.
it basically was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna show my loyalty to her because he is, like you said, Monique, in everybody's face saying, I'm loyal, I'm loyal, I'm loyal. To me, I can understand where Rain is coming from, but I also think that he knows people well enough to play them in that manner because, I don't know.
But
It's police training.
Rain is Rain is very hard to like prove your trust to, and she makes it known to him, right? Japa Ninja, okay, she makes it known that look, it ain't gonna be easy to play me, because you know who I am. So for him to get a little bit closer, that's how she acts towards Japa Ninja.
Yeah, but she got played by Angel, and he's definitely less sophisticated than Alex.
Well, that's when she was younger, right? That's
true,
that was like a while ago.
She got played by Dagger and let her put all that stuff in her butt.
And then
now she's looking crazy.
And then let's think about that scene where Japa Ninja, that's what I'm calling him.
No.
With the scene where, if you remember the scene, Dagger was just right about the pop Rain. And this dude, bam. So I'm just like, you saved my life at this point.
Yeah, Rain is funny. She a humor.
Yeah.
She was less annoying in this than Angel.
I agree.
Yes.
Angel's top.
Now, I was mad at her last season for sure. I mean, part 1 for sure. But I feel like this time around, I'm like, okay, I won't write her off. But Angel can go. I think I'm going to keep saying that throughout. Angel can go.
Yeah. I say that too.
Because he can.
Campaign.
Okay. Okay. So, child, Varney comes home, which, by the way, his place is nice. Okay, so he comes home and
why he ain't never be there.
That's true, but it's so pretty. I was like, oh my goodness. But why he come home and Roy there making himself at home?
That was not
absolutely not. And so anyway, he questions Varney about his father's will because he wants Varney to stop it. But Varney tries to blow him off, but finally admitted he can't really stop it, but he can delay it. Now, why he was doing this, I'm not really sure. But so Roy made him call the clerk so he could stall it, which would then make Rain, Sylvie, and Angel unprotected. And then he proceeded to take that man's expensive ass bottle of liquor, yelled out that he freaks dude, and left. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing, and even though I haven't done my individual videos, I'm gonna repeat it in my individual videos. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna come into my house and punk me. I was about to really cuss for real. Like, no, you might end up missing. You're not coming up in my house telling me what to do. And you telling me to call somebody, you call them. Okay, I digress, but I'm just saying, absolutely not. What are your thoughts about that? Because Roy just goes too far. Would you have given into his demands? And tell me your thoughts.
I just want Varney, and I was hoping this was going to happen this season, but it did not happen. But he got to Roy in another way later on, right? I was hoping coming in early into this season that if Roy is going to be on Varney's back like this right here, that possibly Tyler will write it where Varney will sock it to Roy one good time in the jaw, like one punch. I'm like, bro, you're 6'6", 230, muscle diesel dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you taking this from Roy? Like, I understand the loyalty to the family. He always says, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think that's, and Roy said, that's the issue. You're doing too much thinking. And you're right. You're right, Roy. You're doing too much thinking. So for Varney, stop thinking and give Roy one good punch to the jawline. That's all I need to see. It needs to happen next season, finally. I try to get him signed. What do you call it? A amendment or something like that. I think that's what they was trying to sign, but Yeah.
the amendment.
Yeah.
Addendum. Yeah.
Addendum, my bad.
Yeah, he said he's gonna make some changes or something.
Right.
I felt like I needed Barney to have a crash out moment. I really did.
Yes.
And I won't be mad at that crash out.
Well, now that again, I got my shoes on. Now that his percentages has been reduced and everything, he can do what he wants to do physically if he wants to. Sorry, track shoes. Sorry.
And let me also say one more thing about Roy. Roy has, we will see throughout the rest of this season that he makes a lot of comments.
Yes.
About Charles and Varney and body parts and having people buy the ball. I'm like, nigga, you curious? Because you getting you just have too much. You bring it up every single time you have a conversation with somebody. You bring it up.
Do you remember you said that in season 1 too? You remember you said that? Yeah. We're gonna see what happens in season 3.
And it's all right.
You're gonna be locked up. So
oh damn. Lord have mercy.
Roy out here being curious. Oh, Lord.
Definitely. I'm like, you could have smorgasbord up
I wouldn't be surprised he was curious during his high school days or whatever.
Same.
Or something happened. I wouldn't be surprised, and that's why he so easily tried to make it seem like that he's not curious because he keep bringing it up. Like, I mean, if you confident in your sexuality as being hetero,
right,
you shouldn't have to bring it up.
Thank you.
Like, what we doing?
Thank you.
That should not be in your vocabulary like that, whether your brother gay or not. But he still should be.
Yep, I agree. I'm with you, Candy. I'm with you on it. Undercover.
Can I ask this question right quick? What is also, since we're talking about Roy, what is it about him always trying to expose Varney, right? It's like as him telling Varney that, he's gay. He had a conversation with Jules. He mentioned about Varney. He kind of mentioned to somebody else, I thought, a little bit last season too, but he's always trying to expose Varney. What y'all think about that?
You don't want to hear what I'm about to say.
I mean, long as you keep it PG, I guess, but
I think he bad as his brother got him instead of him.
Oh,
Lord,
that did cross my mind too. Like,
yeah,
he really wants to on the low, like low key.
Because we're not gonna sit here and act like Varney ain't a beautiful specimen, because he absolutely is. My goodness. Now, in all fairness, so is Roy. I mean, he's built like a football player. He's nicely built as well. He's just a freaking idiot, though. He's a moron, and nobody wants to deal with him. He's annoying,
right?
It's crazy. Because I wish again you would come up and took his liquor.
Roy, don't act like you wasn't struggling trying to get it up when you was with Kimmy. So I'm like, was you with the right person, or you want to run it all along?
Roy had a pop them gas station pills, I think.
It seemed to me like Felicia does it for him.
Yeah, Felicia definitely gets him up and going. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from this. Okay. All right. So we are at the hospital. Jewel is at his son's bedside. He barking at Whitman and at Alex, asking what happened. Where was Kimmy there? Was Rain there? Who did they know they was my son? And child, he's fit to be tied pretty much. But also, Mallory gets a call from Felicia, who claims she has major tea on Kimmy and asked her for $1,000. So Mallory basically was trying to coax everybody to take her to the club so she can go and get this information. And is this the video with the, I didn't get, it'll be the next one, I guess. So what are your thoughts so far on that? The hospital, and then also Mallory going to get that tea on Kimmy.
Jules was really digging in deep, trying to get information about what really happened to his son. He could tell that everybody was literally lying about the real truth about his son. He kept asking those questions. You could see the intensity in his face and his eyes, right? And Mallory, I was interested also to see what kind of so-called tea we was going to have, but we'll get to the so-called tea and how it was really spoiled. We'll get to it.
Yeah, and then also here's another scene too where Officer Traxton comes in. This is so random to me for him to just walk in. All of a sudden now he's her driver, but I got the impression this season or this part of the season that he's very thirsty. He's trying to be everybody's driver. He's trying to get in somebody's bed, trying to get in somebody's pocket. But Mallory, she don't play that. Who are you? You stink. You know how much money I can get for a big country ninja like you? That was like, girl, what?
Yeah, I love that scene right there. She's like, Jules, Jules, Jules. I thought that was hilarious.
But why was she calling him? I mean, but why was she basically saying, why was she calling him Kunta Kinte like that though?
I guess my boy forgot to put on his polo black cologne that day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But she said everybody stank.
She just want her Calvin back. She just want her Calvin back. That's
Calvin
all she want. She want the Calvin back. That's it. Mm-hmm. I guess he smelled good enough to be going in that back seat. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so. Hey, Miss Kira. Okay, so anyway, we figure out that Mallory is on a mission to take down Kimmy. That's her role this season, I guess, until later on, of course. So then we'll move on to Charles. Now Charles is walking around like Charlie Brown, like he just lost his best friend. What's sad about it though is that he honestly is asking people for help, but nobody is listening to him. They do not take him seriously at all whatsoever. So he finally goes home, he grabs a bottle, calls his mama, and she comes over pretending that she's not a drunkard, all while drinking. Okay. And then he tells her to go look in the bathroom. Why does she come back completely unfazed though? Like, okay, this your first time?
Well, she told the ninja to get in the bag, so I won't be surprised.
That's true. That's true. But she was like, this your first time? She said, okay, well, I'll handle it. And she told him to leave. Later on, the cleaners come to finish up. And who do we see? That brother Andy is walking up to Olivia, telling her that the thing is done. So then she says, okay, well, how much did Charles have in that safe? Only $40,000. She robbed her own son. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Jay?
Trifling. That's your son. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go back to Norman, what he said. You broke. You trying to rob Horace. Now you trying to rob your own son. I'm like, my God, you are a terrible mother. You're the worst. That's why these kids are like it. It's you. You the problem. I did a whole video that says she's the problem. Okay. She's the problem. So yes, you picked the right one to ask first. Cause I've been done with Olivia, boy. She's terrible. Just awful. Awful.
Lawrence.
God, I was disgusted with her. I'm like, I think he's the baby boy of the family. I'm like, you really doing this? I'm like, yo, piggybacking on what Jay said, I'm just like, yo, are you that prideful that you can't ask Norman for the help? Because Norman knows that you're in like serious debt. You know what I mean? And if your back is against a wall, if you owe these mobsters this type of money, eventually they're going to come for you or someone close or someone that you love. So it was going to be either or. Horrible, disgusting mother. Like, I'm Olivia, man. She's a piece of work.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a piece of work. She make Mommy Dearest look like a saint. But
okay.
Yeah, so when she when I found out she robbed her own son, it had me thinking like, dang, she's desperate, and then dang, who she owe, and will they break her ankles? Okay, I just want to know, like, cause you desperate, you robbing your own child, like, and a child that loves you dearly, and you have you have a better relationship with him than Roy, in my opinion. So why would you rob this child? So I'm like, yeah, she desperate. I really want to know who she owe and when it's due.
I totally agree. How just crazy. But also, I feel like Andy, how did Tony not survive, but Andy did? They both botched the situation with Horace, the Horace robbery.
But she know his mother. She said, "How's Jackie doing?" So I'm
Jennifer.
guessing that's some kind of Jennifer. Yes, it started with J. I'm like, I guess that's some kind of leeway. I don't know. So that's what I took it as when I was like, okay. And she can't really afford to give up nobody, like take out nobody else out. Who else gonna do her dirty work? She ain't got no money to really pay them for real, for real.
Well, I'm with Lawrence. I mean, Norman literally was asking her. He wanted to help her. You know, I don't know at what cost, but still, he was.
Yeah, that's what
willing
it
to help.
is. That's why she won't ask him, because she knows there's a cost. She knows he's going to hang that over her head every single time. You want some more money? You owed me last time. You know, Norm is just so freaking petty that he will just carry it for the longest time. You still owe me $100,000. You know that, right?
You know that.
You still broke? He would rub it in. He will rub it in.
And she can reply by saying, "I had both of your sons, Nindra."
Yeah.
There you go. There you go with that theory.
Starting some more drama.
There you go with that theory.
Those are your kids.
You think that's going to come out of season 3? You've been saying that since season 1 too.
You know what? To be honest, in this part of the season, though, I mean, we haven't gotten to that episode yet. But like when Jules tells Norman that he's at the hospital with his son, part of me felt like he was gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, how's my grandson doing?" I did. I was like, is he gonna finally reveal that Jules is his son, or Jules is his brother, or Jules is his something? Because you know what? I'm just still trying to figure out how Jules fits in. He is family somehow. I don't know how, but he's the biggest family secret, in my opinion. That's just me, though. That's just me. So
it may come true. It may come true in season 3. You never know.
Agree.
They got to wrap this up. So
it'll be somebody's dying confession, because come season 3 is supposed to be final, and when TP says final, he means these people are going to be gone.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So that was episode 9. We're in episode 10 now, called "Playing for Keeps." And we're going to stay on this same slide here because we picked up right where we left off. Andy is trying to get Olivia to put that drink down. And she reminds him that she is Olivia and that she runs this, including the cops and his mama, Jennifer. And I'm like, well, who is Jennifer? I mean, is she a junkie? Is she enslaved? I mean, who is she? You know, because, you know how they roll.
Yeah.
The way they do things. So I was like, did she owe you money? I mean, what's happening? So she's making sure she's taking care of business because they already messed up the Horace job. And she cannot end a scene without throwing veiled threats, and actually they ain't even veiled, they just straight up threats and insults. But my question for y'all is, what are your thoughts on that? Her working with Andy, and who is this Jennifer person?
I'm wondering like you said, I'm wondering like what's the connection, and what does Andy's mother owe to her? I'm wondering what she probably owes her some type of way, and now her son is probably stuck trying to pay back some type of debt, as we can see. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if we'll get like some more of this story with Andy in the next season.
Yeah, we definitely should see, because I mean, I guess it's a reason he made it to season 3, because I don't know why, but okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Miss Kira says that Andy's mom might be 5'0". That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Okay, so moving on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, this is the slide I was supposed to use. That's Andy. Now we back in the office, and Roy with his stupid Kool-Aid grin comes into Jules' office with another stupid plan, because that's what he does, has stupid plans. Talking about Varney showed him the will and Kimmy's people not protected, so he's blackmailing Varney. But Jules is not impressed by this. Not at all. And Charles wants help, but Roy is going on and on about having Varney by the balls. See what I'm saying? All this.
Right.
He doing too much. Okay. So Charles gives him a warning. You better be careful messing with brilliant people. They're going to show you just how dumb you are.
Okay.
And we're going to see that is exactly what he does. And then he proceeds to do a line of cocoa. Any thoughts?
All expected from that guy. Just no thoughts. It's just it's become the norm as far as his stupidity. Okay. So I'm not surprised. He's like, oh, look what I did. I paused the amendment or whatever. He's like, okay, look, I'm on the phone. Like, get out of here. Look, you're not. Bzz, get away. Like he's a mastermind at something. He's trying to always prove himself to be doing something to have, as you said, do by the balls. But at the same time, he's just trying to prove himself to be viable of something, because nobody sees him as worth anything, really. So he doesn't even see himself as that. So, Yep. Those are my thoughts.
And I felt sorry for him last season or the first part, but
Sure, please.
That's out the window now.
I can't feel so sorry for any of these kids on this show.
Same, Lauren. Same.
Why not? He had a good idea.
I feel a little slightly bad for Charles though. Like it seemed like he going to office seeking help in some kind of way, and he's being ignored. So
I don't feel sorry for him, because just like Varney said, he gets himself into this stuff.
That's what I said.
And he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And it's like, oh, you having fun, but you're not like thinking of the consequence, right? You're not thinking 10 steps ahead. You're thinking, oh, let's just have fun with this white stuff really quick. Oh, I'm getting robbed by the same guy that I was just messing with, and then I got robbed again. You got robbed like two or three times, didn't he? Or attempted? I don't know.
Well, look at the environment. That's blame the parents.
Let's just say Charles finally got that wake up call that Barney has been trying to warn him about for the longest.
Right. Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Yep, that's what you said. Brilliant people gonna show you just how dumb you are.
Yep.
That's why I don't feel sorry for him.
Exactly.
But I think Charles always been suffering because he used his wit and sarcasm as a mask of hiding something that he really want to say. But
I mean, the only time I felt sad for Charles was, which I know we'll talk about this later on down the road, was literally at the very end. But we'll talk about that.
I don't feel no sorry for him, because when the man was expressing his love for him, get out of my face.
Oh, when it comes to Barney,
boom.
No, I don't feel bad.
Exactly.
No.
Like he don't care.
No.
Like to me, a person that is not sensitive to somebody else when they're caring for you, I don't feel sorry for you of any consequence.
I was talking about his family more than Barney. With the Barney situation, no. He get what he get with that.
I can agree with this, DeMarcus, definitely, but it's not Varney's responsibility though. So
right. So
on.
Sure.
Charles would have learned after they that's what I'm saying.
Spoiled
you think
brat.
you would have turned his whole life around, but nope, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Free Charles.
No.
Okay. So child, we are back at the mansion.
Oh boy.
And they're having dinner, and Sylvie got attitude because she want to know how Glenn is doing. She want to go see him and all that. And I love him. Okay, she didn't say that, but that's how it sounded. And so they were like, it's best that you just sit and lay low and just let us, we have to just wait. And why did she say, "Oh, so strippers and hookers know what's best for me"?
Crazy. Tyler Perry.
That was a bar. That was a line. I was like,
Tyler Perry line. That's a Tyler Perry line. You don't.
yeah, I was like, yo.
The way I'm surprised Kimmy didn't come across that table like that. Because, girl, what? How are you this disrespectful and judgmental? They just saved your behind.
You said the mitigated gall.
Oh my gosh, the audacity.
The audacity.
And so Kimmy was like, okay, well, we got to keep you safe. I'm protected by marriage. You are not at this point. So we're going to send you off to college for your safety. And now she like, no, so you're just going to give me away like mom did. She's feeling abandoned. So I'm trying very hard to remember that this girl is a kid.
Yes.
Right.
Because she is getting on my nerves. She's just testing limits, but that's what kids do.
Yeah.
So here we are again talking about Sylvie. What are your thoughts on her?
For the love of God, can we please get an application to Howard University? Sylvie, please. Like, what are we doing? Can we get her in something like mass communication since she loves to talk and run her mouth? Please get her enrolled into school. I'm tired of this child and the shenanigans. This child cannot stay home. She always wants to be out and about. And unfortunately, that's going to get her into a lot of trouble. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Monique?
I would say, girl, if you don't hog tie her down, put some tape over her mouth, and ship her off to a college. Because, she definitely, I think we said that in part 1, that she really need to go. She need to get out of Dodge, get out of here.
Right.
Go to college. So I always been on that with the college thing because she need to go. She is not safe. She getting way too comfortable. I mean, I know she come from not used to having stability and, like you said, been neglected in all types of ways from her mom and stuff and her stepfather or whatever that dude was to her. And so she just want to be with her, whatever her sister at. That's all. I mean, she been MIA. Her sister been MIA out her life for a minute. And then when she went to go look for her sister, it turned into some chaos. Some kidnapping stuff. So she been through a lot.
DeMarcus, you cannot blame Rain for Sylvie's stank attitude. She had that attitude even prior to now. That didn't have nothing to do with it.
Once again, I go back to the mom and the raising of Sylvie, which we can't say she was raised properly or raised right, or and then at the same time she's holding on to the fact that Kimmy lied to her about the whole nursing thing, and so she still got that attitude about that. So it's just a whole bunch of emotions that she's just getting out. And she should watch her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, recognize, this is your sister. We did save you. You know what I'm saying? You look at where you are now. You got this nice warm bed. You got everything. Just appreciate where you are. But no, you're not going to see that boy.
And storming off like
that dude for 2.5 seconds.
Thank you. And was already rolling in the hay, literally, with him.
So she needed.
Literally. And no, ma'am.
You think that was the first boy to actually show her like some type of respect?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first boy that was really nice to her, not like her stepdad. We don't need to go there, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just like taking total advantage of her. But you think that was the first boy that was like, oh, you're nice, and then just kind of made his way into doing that?
Absolutely. I feel
that's why she's so going so gun-ho, right?
Yeah, I feel like she fell head over heels for this dude, talking about he was so nice, he was so sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it takes somebody showing you something different in life, and I think that's what Glenn was trying to show her.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's look at that, Letitia. Go ahead.
She like speechless. What's going on here? No, she got a lot to say.
I do. She just has low self-esteem. Yes, he might have been one of the first ones that was nice to her, but I respect her. I don't know about that. He literally was rolling in the hay with her. He does not. They do not know each other. And they acted like he was such a kid too. Wasn't he like 21 or was he 18?
That's a good
He
question.
was college age.
I thought so too. I thought he was like
college
21 or something. And it was inappropriate. And again, I'm back to
Very.
how are you this conservative? Because she was calling them vulgar at the table. You guys are just so vulgar. Where did all this proper etiquette come from? That's not where you grew up. And
Okay.
furthermore,
We know
how
your
are you
mama
this
did.
judgmental about people?
Uh-oh.
You know, you don't have any grace at all. But at the same time, again, she's a kid. And I think you learn grace over time. So I'm trying to remember that. But she's in a very adult situation right now. But storming off like she was some little spoiled kid was hilarious to me. Girl, if that's the case, go to your room and stay there. How about that? You're grounded. How about that? What to say to her?
She did. She was in the room all day.
Oh my
we ain't there yet. I
gosh.
know we ain't there yet.
Lord have mercy.
I can't wait till we get there because I'm mad at everybody. But
Me
yeah,
too.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Same. Absolutely. Okay. So now we are finally at the club. Now, this is basically the brunt of this episode. Everybody's at the club. Now, Mallory and Varney are at the club. But what I like about this conversation that they had a very honest conversation about LGBTQIA and everything, right? He was basically saying what he has said before. He is not closeted. He just does not. He said, but gay is not everything you think it is. Just because I see a man and he got a thing, it doesn't mean I automatically want him. It doesn't mean, he said, I'm a masculine gay man that doesn't like feminine men. And guess what else? We don't like to be called a bitch.
That's typically how it is.
Right. And so he was challenging. I like the conversation. I really like their friendship, their budding friendship or whatever it is. But because I feel like they can have real conversations with each other. But she was throwing out all the stereotypes and he was combating them like, no, you don't know everything about the gay community just because you got a hair company and just because, all that sort of thing. So I thought that was cool. But then here comes Felicia taking her to the VIP to tell her pretty much nothing at the beginning anyway, because she high and she distracted but she finally admits that Kimmy had what they called a whale. And that whale wanted her to work in the office, but he didn't want his wife to know. And Mallory was so fed up, she's snatching back the money and told her until Felicia mentioned that Jillian was this whale's first. And of course, her ears perk up. Mallory figures out that the whale is Roy. And Felicia admitted to giving it to him good, too. She was like, when, where, why? She was right here in this room. Okay, right here in this room. So she gave her the money back, told her, say, tell me when he calls you. And she was like, oh, he's supposed to be coming tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that was, wow. That was a major bombshell that I did not see coming. She was describing it and everything, and it was a complete mess. Because there was really no information that she really truly got. She really get the right amount of teeth that she thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like wasted. You know what I mean? And just going back to the Varney situation right quick, I do want to say this right quick. When I thought about this the other day when I was watching it, Tyler Perry did kind of give like a little background, a little bit of history, a little bit of education lesson when it comes to gay men, stuff like that. So I appreciate Tyler for doing that, trying to educate the masses. Like Barney's like, yo, I'm not flamboyant. I'm not out there like that, a la Charles, right? But I just want to let you know but in another lifetime, I thought about another lifetime, Mallory and Varney would be a great couple in another lifetime, in another Tyler Perry, Beauty and Black, something spinoff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they bounce off each other sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they definitely be another great couple again in another Tyler Perry universe, another type timeline.
I could get with that. Any other thoughts about the tea About the whale?
That cold tea. I mean, she gave her the money. She took it back, and then she gave her the money back. Okay. Because she got Gilligan's Island name up. I mean, Gilligan's name up. And yeah, I enjoyed the conversation about the LGBTQIA community that I'm a part of. Now, it's a fine line when he say I'm private, not closeted. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's a fine line, if you say so. Your words.
But I don't know who he thought it was fooling anyway.
Like,
I really think everybody. I think most people knew. Most of the characters, I feel like most of them knew that Varney might have been playing for other team. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell a lot of times from the way somebody talks or the way somebody may put down a cup, for an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, but I think he was just trying to hide it because he was scared about what they would say, including his big boss
in his profession.
Yeah, and a profession. Yeah.
I'm like, there ain't no gay lawyers around. Where you at?
Right. But Horace is, he do be acting homophobic though, so maybe he just didn't want to say nothing.
And it's crazy to me because Horace is playing for the other team low key himself. You know,
but he the one that's DL though, not Varney. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, be yourself, sir. Like, come on. That's why I was like, okay, now he feeling better. Is he or is he not going to live out that fantasy with Angel or not?
I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
That's
why there's a season 3. We're gonna find out a whole lot of things in season 3, right? Again, educated. Appreciate the education. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do see the chemistry between them. Once Varney got some drinks, he definitely loosened up. So that was good to see that side of him because he's been stiff for 2.5 seasons, right? And then the Felicia thing was just hilarious to me. I was just laughing the whole time because the way that Felicia talks, she was like, "Oh, that's your husband? Oh shoot! Like she was so high, just repeating herself. And I know we're gonna get to the next scenes, but again, tell me when he's coming. Oh, he's gonna come tonight. Okay. But the rest doesn't make sense, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's just you want to know when the man's coming, he's coming tonight and he's coming to see her. Okay. So
right.
As we move to the next spot, it's like this don't make sense to me, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay. All right. So here we are. Charles is now at Varney's place. I'm like, how y'all just bust in this man's place and drink up his liquor like y'all live there? I do not understand this. So anyway, his mama calls him to say that the cleaning is done, but that he needs to pay for it, and to the tune of $250,000.
Yeah.
And he ain't got it. And so he told her he ain't got it. And so she's like, oh, you and your brother, y'all always wasting y'all money. And I'm like, girl, the nerve of you. Ain't you in debt now? But you obviously don't take care of your money either because you owe all kinds of people and you brokey sitting here yourself. Got the nerve. So then she told him to get a loan and that she needed by Friday. So now he calling Varney frantically, but Varney is at the club and in the bathroom with the stripper that he was watching, okay, who comes up to approach him. And of course, he coming about that money. And Varney was like, do I look like I would pay for that ass? And so old dude was like, okay, for real though, I know you a lawyer and I might need your help. So, and speaking of help, DeMarcus, I'm gonna need your help on what this dude's name is because I sure forgot. Let us know. And what are y'all thoughts?
I think his name is Eden or Eden or something like that. I think that was his name.
There he is. Thanks, DeMarcus.
Evan, right? I was close. Man, I was still just fuming when she was like, "Yeah, go get a loan, $250." I was like, I don't hit women. I don't do that. I don't condone violence. But in this case, I was like, please, somebody do something to Olivia because I'm mad at her. I was just pissed. But she, you know what? Y'all talked about it earlier. She has a great relationship with Charles. So because she has a great relationship with Charles and she kind of like, coddles him and all this and that, that's why she tries to take advantage of him. because he's going to try to do whatever it takes for his mom. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got, everybody is a kid to your parents. You might be the favorite, and your parent will always come to you to get something done. So that's who Charles is. And it seemed like Varney a little bit kind of like a stuck up. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But he came like, like you got a high brow. Like, I wouldn't touch you. I wouldn't talk to you. I don't know. He seemed like that.
Charles to me. Like I felt like he turned
like
into
I'm above
Charles.
you. Like, I would never give you the time of day. I'm like, okay. I didn't know if it was the drinks or that's just how he is. That's just what I got from that conversation. It seemed like it. A little arrogant.
Very much so. Lawrence?
I really don't have any thoughts about this. I really just think Barney was kind of there really to handle business at the end of the day, right? And Olivia was like, yo, sell some of them cars you got. You know what I'm saying? Sell that yellow Lambo, sell that red Mercedes 2500. Like, sell some of these cars so we can pay up for this cleaning business. But again, Olivia is diabolical for doing this right here to her son.
Yep. Any last thoughts, Monique?
No, not really. Yeah, you know how I feel about Mommy Dearest 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are back at the mansion then, and Alex reports back to Rain that he didn't tell Jules anything, and that Glenn didn't look that bad. No, sir, why are you lying? Anyway, but she is not sure if they are actually protected. But she's like, we're gonna need to keep an eye on Angel. But Alex doesn't understand why Horace is protecting Angel too. See what I'm saying? These secrets come falling out of the box. And inside, Angel is dressed in labels and got the music blasting. He about to be balling out of control. He want to go to the club. Yes. And so Rain was like, okay, well, I want to go with you because, found out that Giovanni, who is Delinda's son, was going to be at the club and she wants to buy Delinda's old club from him. So he was like, oh, okay, Mr. Insane, he on that stuff. So, and then we'll see that he's on that stuff. We can move forward though. Now, there's a short scene here. Norman calls Jules at the hospital. I mean, while he's at the hospital, Jules has been sitting at his son's bedside all this time. Now, who is this? Norman. Norman is sitting here talking about Harold and Gloria. He's still back on that thing he did. So Jules had to just to reassure him that, listen, it was considered a gas explosion and you ain't got to worry about it. So I'm moving on. Now, everybody is at the club at this point. Roy is arriving and he goes to the back to that parking lot VIP. They start freaking in the club. So Varney is ready to go. And Mallory got her information, but she's stalling because she's trying to wait for Roy to show up. Now, Rain is looking for Mr. High Giovanni, and they end up, and he really is looking crazy and acting wild and stuff like that in the club. But they agree to meet up tomorrow so she can buy the club. Lord have mercy. And Angel is out here buying bottles, being flashy, thinking he the man and all of that. And yeah, here we are. Oh, one more. So I see the picture there. So yeah, so Varney is at, he's getting the car from valet and he recognizes Andy's voice as the person who robbed him and Charles. Well, he robbed Charles, he didn't rob Varney, child. But anyway, they had them, hemmed up.
Right. In distress.
He asked for his name and all of that. So before we get to the very last scene, y'all tell me what y'all thought about what is going on at the club. I mean, everybody and the mama at the club right now on a mission.
This was a whirlwind scene. This was very chaotic. We know what's about to go down next with Roy. I can't wait to see that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Barney definitely got the information that he needed when he recognized the voice right there. He started putting the pieces of the puzzle together and started figuring it out. And yeah, all hell. And they mentioned something about whenever it gets 12 o'clock at night, I forgot the name that they said. That's when, you know, things happen.
Literally, the freaks come out at night.
Yeah, like, you know, the Diddy parties really be happening. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Jay?
I don't have no thoughts. I'm ready for the next scene. I'm ready to
Oh,
talk about the
okay.
next scene. We can get the next scene. I mean, you know, whenever.
Okay, Monique, anything before we roll out to the next one?
Well, I just want to say Bernie got some good ears and good memory of how someone sound. And Traxton just gave up dude whole government name.
Yeah.
He did. He said the first and last. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
what was that? But yeah, I ain't got no thoughts on this.
Okay, so we heading to parking lot VIP. Ciao. Yes. Okay, so first of all, Roy is going to Pound Town with a stripper back there. When Felicia comes to claim her, you know what? And I'm like, then they start to go to Pound Town. I'm like, that is disgusting. Like, you literally just removed yourself from some other cesspool. Now here you are. Ew. First of all, just nasty. And then Mallory spots them, which is what she was looking for. Completely unhinged. She loses her ish and she throws her stuff down, runs after Felicia, and gets to beating on her tail. What are your thoughts, Jay? Because I know you got thoughts about this one.
Well, first, like I said before, you know, I said this in my video. I was just like, yo, this is the crash out, right? So this is the crash out. But I'm like, why are you crashing out? Because all first season and half of this season, you act like you ain't care about this man. You know what I'm saying? But now, oh, that's my husband. It's the principle. I know. It's the principle. And it's the fact that Felicia told you that she banging your husband, and she's still gonna bang your husband regardless after she got her money from you. All right. You know what I'm saying? She took the $1,000 and still banged your husband anyway. But it was wild, yo. Like to see Mallory go crazy like that was like, oh shoot. I feel like I was watching a TikTok video or IG video. It's just like crazy. You know, this is just the first part of just the crash out, right? So I was okay. Like I said, I don't condone violence, but I was very entertained. Okay. I was very entertained.
But we'll allow it.
I will allow it because I know it's a Tyler Perry film. So
Lawrence?
I think Jay wrapped it up with the perfect bow. I'd love to see Mallory get angry, get upset. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this was some karma as well for her, but I'm just like Jay said, throughout season 1, even in this season right here, y'all been arguing back and forth. Like, why is this marriage so important? I mean, you still can divorce them, and you still keep the hyphen in the last name, right? If that's what you still want, because that last name is so powerful in town. But no, it was karma. I think it's a little bit of karma for Mallory because she did some bad things in her past, and she had to see her man Roy get on with a little dust bunny. You know what I'm saying? A little dusty. That's what I was looking for. A little
dust bunny.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I love this right here. This is one of my favorite Beauty and Black moments. Not Roy getting it on, but just Mallory and Felicia going at it, like, you know, tussling in the parking lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a good scene. It was, you know, entertaining nonetheless. And Roy just nasty, traveling through polluted water to polluted water is just nasty. But yeah, Mallory, it was just all her crash out. Like you said, it's funny. I'm like, girl, what was this an hour ago when she was in that room comfortably in your face, said that she was effing Roy? Like, you should have done her up. She should have some lumps on her.
Yes.
That time she met Roy in that parking lot. I'm just saying.
Period.
If you was really mad. But it's given like, are you performative mad? Because he caught him in an act. I don't know, but and you should be beating on Roy behind because he already know what's at stake.
But I feel like that's always an issue when we see these kind of fights, right? Like you said, Mo, she should be beating on Roy, right? But I feel like it's always the women that are caught up in it, unfortunately. Like when it comes to these cat fights per se.
Well, she knows that, ultimately she can't like take him out, because of the will. But I don't think that she cares about Roy at all. I think she cares about her reputation. I think she cares about the
Yep.
respect level, and that we'll find later on in the season she does not like to be embarrassed. Like that can't be her. And so but she absolutely despises Roy. If she could get rid of him and not be blamed for it,
and still get her shares,
She
she'd
would.
do it.
exactly.
Because that's what it comes down to. It really
Yes,
comes down to that.
for survival. And
Yeah,
she has
because
said it many times.
she's made so many sacrifices. She's taken so much crow and BS just to have this guy kind of ruin it. Yeah, I get it. It's really the principle. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
What she got
Okay,
for him?
so that is, were you gonna say something else, Monique?
No, they said, well, she got with him.
True that. But she was young too.
Yeah.
That was back in the days when
Back in the day.
that sort of thing. So that was Beauty in Black season 2, part 2, episodes 9 and 10. So here we are before we let everybody go. Well, first of all, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. So many of you out there in the comments. Thanks for discussing it with us. We're going to go around the room. And you tell us what your final thoughts are on these 2 episodes. And then tell us what you got going on your channel. Ooh. We'll start with you, Monique.
Well, final thoughts, like the word episode 10 is the middle of the fight. So it's like it with a bang. Okay. Let them bang. Like bang. So I enjoyed the episode 9 and 10. Like I said, I gave it an 8. But what I got coming up, I'm trying to get ready for this Married to Medicine live that I got coming up. If y'all into Married to Medicine, that's come on Bravo. Part 1 reunion. I'm going to discuss it with some of the ladies. Yeah, so just come over to the channel if you're into Married to Medicine. But also Thursday, Paradise. Tomorrow, Beauty in Black again. And I'm missing something now. I can't remember what it is. Oh yeah, check out the cross we did yesterday with the panel, and we talked to Stacy. It was a good interview, and we talk about the season finale. So yeah, just check it out.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Lawrence.
Yeah, I thought episodes 9 and 10, man, this was a great introduction back to the world of Beauty in Black. As far as me and my channel, The Lawrence Report, I did my review on Beauty in Black. Did Paradise yesterday. Like Mo said, we did an interview with Stacey Greenwell, aka Detective Shauna from Alex Cross. That's in our lives. Make sure to check that out. I'm also doing YouTube shorts on Imperfect Women with Kerry Washington, a great new show on Apple TV. Make sure y'all check that out. And yeah, man, a lot of content. Make sure y'all subscribe to your boy channel. Always a great time to be on this panel with these amazing people right here discussing Beauty in Black, one of our favorite TV shows.
Yes, we're glad to be back. Jay, let us know.
Hey, Letitia, great job. Thank you so much for putting this together. Thanks for having me. Thanks for good to be back with the crew. You know what I'm saying? All right. And you're amazing too, Lawrence. Salute, my guy. So a lot going on. I just dropped the entertainment news. I'm doing entertainment news now. I'm also doing some music drops as well, and just some music breakdowns. So definitely check that out. Of course, I'm dropping some Paradise stuff. I also had a moment with Elle from Cross. Samantha Walks, and shout out to the spot Real Talk for inviting me. But I had a moment with Elle, and yeah, I had her on the ropes, but she speaks so well. She got out of it. So, but she, if you watch Cross, you know what's going on. And so definitely check that video out. And yeah, just stay tuned, keep it locked on the channel, keep your notification bells on, and also have a new podcast, entertainment news. It's called the Algorithm Chronicles, where we're talking about everything entertainment, from music to TV and everything. With my man Derek Scott from 2111 Radio. That's every Friday, 8 p.m. Definitely come through, check us out. We have some fun. We got a lot of jokes. So come through. Appreciate being here with y'all. Can't wait till we do the other episodes real soon, hopefully. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you again, Letitia.
No problem. Thank you. Yeah. So I really enjoyed us being able to jump back in with a bunch of action happening. It was a lot going on. So we look forward to kind of dissecting the rest of the episodes with the rest of the crew. I appreciate y'all. As far as my channel goes, yes, I was also on the panel yesterday where we did Cross. We got a chance to interview Stacey Greenwell, super down to earth, lovely woman, and we had a great time recapping the show as well. I will be dropping my individual Beauty in Black videos where you get to hear my thoughts about it, because I got thoughts about it. But also, don't forget to check out my shorts if you are a Beyond the Gates fan, or you're interested in Beyond the Gates or just want to hear some crazy soap opera drama. Make sure you check that out. Shorts, of course, 3 minutes or less. I'm recapping. And again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We will be back soon talking about episodes 11 and 12, hopefully this week. But again, the crew is back. We're glad to be here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to everybody up here. And again, have a great night. And thanks for joining us. Until next time, holla.